So tell me what you now have. I know this started with just a group of your friends, but what has it turned into?
It's been overwhelming. We have had interest in starting local branches of Shopping Angels in all four corners of the country, literally Washington, Maine, Florida, or just a few of the states. We have somebody in Hawaii starting stuff. We've got interest in Canada and even New Zealand. So it's been really, really overwhelming, but awesome to see how the communities have come together to try and make something for the community that is most at risk for getting sick because of the outbreak.
Okay, so now what do you do exactly? If let's say you want to volunteer, what do you do? What are you volunteering for?
So what is most common is clients will contact me directly with like a shopping list of up to 10 items, and they also give me their address, and then I will pair them with a volunteer that's in their area. So once I find a volunteer that is in their area, I text them and I ask them, hey, are you able to pick this order up? And then usually they say yes, and they will go to the store and try to pick up the items that are on this list, and then they purchase them at first out of pocket, and then they go and meet up with the client outside of their home. And then the client just pays for the groceries themselves. They don't pay for any delivery fees or any, they don't pay for the time that we spend going to different stores or anything like that.
Mm. And how many volunteers do you have? Do you have any idea yet?
So we're still trying to organize nationwide volunteers. We've actually created email addresses for every state in the U.S., and we have gotten some help from some companies in starting a form stack. So we now are able to accept up to 100,000 people at a time. Wow. So we're still trying to get the exact number nationwide, but I know we have about 100 volunteers between Reno and Las Vegas, and we do have some in the smaller cities like Laughlin and Gardnerville.
So how do people contact you if, an elderly person needs help and needs somebody to go to the grocery store? How do they find you, or how do you find them?
Yeah, so there's the form stack that you can sign up to volunteer for. You can also use to request assistance. So it's a really easy link. It's on our Facebook page, and you just click on it, and it asks for your basic information like your name and your address and your contact info. And then it asks you to choose whether you're trying to volunteer or request assistance. And so that's how we're getting some of the requests right now. Or you can email your local state email and just say, this is our situation. We really need some help. And then the state coordinator, we're still trying to get every state a coordinator, but the state coordinator will then reach out to you in regards to trying to find a volunteer to pick up your order or try to help you out.
Jayde, thank you so much. I just wanted to give you a shout out. I just think what you're doing is really, really great. You're an honor student. You want to be a nurse, do you not? Or a doctor? Where are you going after this?
Yeah, I'm a pre-med student, so I'm hoping to go to medical school in a couple years.
Great. Well, good for you. It sounds like you have your heart in the right place. Jayde Powell, and the Facebook address is facebook.com/shoppingangelsnv for Nevada, Shopping Angels NV. Thanks so much, Jayde. They're trying to raise 30 grand on their GoFundMe page. Just go to GoFundMe under the name Shopping Angels. They're trying to raise 30 grand. I think we can help them with that. If you would like to donate to the people trying to help people that just cannot get out, anybody over 60 or they have a weakened immune system, that's who they're trying to help. Facebook.com/shoppingangelsnv or go to their GoFundMe page right now. This is what a free market does. And this is the spirit of America that we have always had, that whether anybody knows it or not, this is the free market. You don't have to wait around for the government. And this is so critically important because this is the kind of stuff that we are now talking about flushing down the toilet. Anybody that says, oh, you know what, we just have to have universal single-payer health care, and we got to get rid of all these private companies, and we should nationalize all these companies. No, that kills this spirit. You know, if socialism had a theme song, I think it would sound a little like this. You know, because it would be so contemporary. You know, it'd be like you're walking around in bell bottoms. Yeah, I'm a socialist. Yeah, you'd be that popular. You want to live a life where this is the music that's playing? Because that's what it's like to live under socialism. You're like, can I access the internet? Internet, dude, what's that? It sounds like a crazy idea. We're in the wild 70s. Who needs the internet? It's that kind of nonsense. Socialism is a nice sounding word. I mean, who doesn't like being social? But it's not about being social. It's not about sharing. It really is about killing that spirit that you just heard there. Now, she might be a socialist, but she would be wrong if she were a socialist, because she wouldn't understand what it really means to be a socialist. Killing that spirit, killing that idea that, wait a minute, I can fix this. I told you a story yesterday in Italy where they were having a problem with the connections for the ICU valves that are in every hospital. Without those valves, you can't control blood flow, you can't control the flow of medicine, feeding tubes, and they were running out. Somebody had an idea. This is the capitalist system. Somebody had an idea. Wait a minute, can we 3D print? They called a local company and said, hey, we're the hospital. We're really having a hard time with this. Can we 3D print these things? They said, bring me the thing. They scanned it. They 3D printed. The hospital now doesn't have a shortage of valves. That's the kind of entrepreneurial spirit. And if you are an entrepreneur, if you get this, you're not a cold-hearted, ruthless, greedy jerk that's opposed to sharing. You just think there's a better way of doing it. And it has nothing to do with money. It has everything to do with, like what you just heard from Jayde. Somebody just saying, I can do that. Well, hang on. There's a problem. I could fix that. And not having to go to the government or wait for the government to approve. You just do it.